I'm Jackie Harmon. I'm the Virginia Oyster Restoration Specialist for Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
Tommy Leggett. I'm the Virginia Oyster Restoration and Fisheries Scientist for CBF.
And I'm their intern, Kelsey.
Tommy Leggett and his assistants have been working with the Save the Bay Foundation to help restore the oyster population in the Chesapeake Bay.
We were in the Lynnhaven River, and this is a small tributary off of the Lynnhaven called Keeling Drain.
Leggett works to help maintain oyster beds that help produce oyster larvae, more commonly known as spat.
So right here, you can see several different size oysters. This one shell acted as a hard substrate, so when the oyster larvae got to a point after about 2 weeks after they were conceived, they're ready to settle onto a hard substrate. They generally look for oyster shells or calcium carbonate.
The shells that Leggett uses, he collects from local restaurants, and with the help of local volunteers, the shells are cleaned and primed for growing new oysters.
The conveyor moves the shells up into that hopper, and then we have someone that shoves the shells from the hopper into a rotating tumbler. The shells come out the other end. We collect the shells in baskets, and we'll either put them in shell bags or we'll dump them in cages.
The entire process relies heavily on volunteer help and support from the locals. Volunteers can sign up to participate in the Save the Bay Foundation by going to savethebay.org.